Hello, everybody. This is Thai Company here with another live stream. Today is December 26, 2022. Welcome, everybody, to the show. In today's episode, we're talking about a very interesting development in the news. Right from what I'm reading here from RT here, it says Russian MP dies in India. So MP, for those of you who are unclear, that's a member of parliament. The politician who was visiting India as a tourist has died after apparently falling from a hotel's third floor, police have said. A Russian regional member of parliament from the central Vladimir Oblast, Pavel Antov, died on Monday while visiting India as a tourist. Russian and Indian media have reported the circumstances of his death are still being investigated. Antov's death was confirmed by the Vladimir, so confirmed from Vladimir, I'm assuming that's what they mean. Vladimir's Oblast legislative deputy head, Vyacheslav Kartuchin. He did not provide any details about the incident, which he only described as tragic circumstances. Kartuchin also referred to Antov as a successful businessman and a philanthropist. The deceased MP was a member of the United Russia Party, the nation's largest political force. According to India's NDTV, the 65-year-old was found lying in a pool of blood outside a hotel in the eastern Indian city of Rayagada last Saturday. He was traveling with a four-member tourist group and had checked into the hotel last Wednesday. A senior police officer told NDTV that Antov's death might have been a suicide. The police also said they were investigating all potential versions of the incident, including it being accidental. According to the police officer, the man was in a depression due to the death of his friend. Another tourist, Vladimir Bidanov, 61, died in the same hotel last week. According to the Russian consul general in India, Alexei Idamkin, Bidanov suffered a heart attack. He also said that the Russian consulate is in constant contact with the relatives of both men and the police. The police do not see any criminal aspects in these tragic events, the diplomat said. Some Russian media also referred to Bidanov, who was a businessman from the Russian Central Mari El Republic, as Antov's friend. The two men were reportedly traveling together. So what's interesting about the case is that you have one member of parliament dying a week after the other guy, right? So I think the interesting part about the whole circumstance here is that uh, there's concern that there's some sort of something going on here, right? So a few of the comments here discuss, oh, no way that they committed suicide. Western and U.S. intelligence surely have knowledge of every high-level politician in Russia, and if they leave the country to go somewhere, they will look for an opportunity to assassinate these politicians, hoping to weaken Russia. It's their business to kill for the gain. These politicians need better security until these criminal intelligence services can be disbanded, according to Elizabeth here. Daesh Faster says quite a large number of prominent Russian businessmen killed this year, far too many to be mere coincidence. Also, Freedom Fighter says, I think that's Igor Gherkin, a former FSB officer who led fighting in Donbass in 2014, is now a self-styled war blogger, decried Russia's latest war efforts in the area, which he believes are likely to end in major losses. My prediction: this attempt to break through enemy's long-standing defense will be no more successful than all other similar attempts made in 10 months on the Donetsk front, Gherkin wrote on Telegram. So there's a lot of interesting things. Oh, here we go. Apple says, any cameras? Wonder how often others dying in this hotel. Quite mysterious indeed. I understand he was visiting as a tourist and not on official business. Let's see, hard time. What is hard time will rise for Indian nations by the hands of gods? Kind of interesting comment. In a few words, the Indian Pandora at a certain point was pain is dragging them as a culture where I don't know what this all is about. Life is really nothing but a series of tragic events. I don't know what happened here, but even if a long-time partner dies, you can't and don't want to see what is ahead. You have to get back to let survival kick in and move on. If they were murdered, of course, leave a trail of bodies back to the murderer's family and their accomplices. Looks like Russians need to avoid this hotel. Maybe spy agents also checked into the hotel. One person thinks the Indian government's working for the West. I'm not sure about that. Uncontrollable envy. A human can be defined for its wisdom to overcome such a natural feeling for an advanced specimen that can make us great as humans or drug us all back to basic stage in evolution. So yeah, that's pretty much a very interesting development. Also, they're talking about dismantling of monuments. What in the world is this? Mother kills her children because they believe that they were possessed by demons. Police in Yekaterinburg have opened an investigation into the gruesome murder of 3 children. Law enforcement officials in Yekaterinburg, Russia's 4th largest city, have launched a criminal investigation into the gruesome murder of 3 minors, as media reports suggest their mother believed her children were possessed by demons. The investigative committee of the city's Kirovsky district said that they have opened a criminal case into the murder of 2 or more minors, according to a press release on Monday. As part of the investigation, teams of forensic specialists and operatives have been sent to the murder scene, while neighbors and the owners of the apartment where the murder occurred are being involved. Police are also going door to door to establish more details about the incident and learn more about the family. Some Russian media outlets have reported that the 37-year-old woman had mental issues. One source told Izvestia that she may have decided to smother her children, 2 boys aged 10 and 15, as well as a 5-month-old girl, believing that they'd been possessed by demons, something she had allegedly told her relatives prior to the murders. Police say they will issue a full statement of the incident when various scenarios have been investigated, whether the family was registered, and I don't know what they mean by registered, and why they were renting apartments. The regional commissioner for children's rights confirmed his participation in the investigation to focus on if there were any tip-offs or flags that could have helped predict the tragic event. So that's such a weird thing to happen too. Some people say, sounds like schizophrenia. Unfortunately, my mother was schizophrenic and it wasn't fun at all, especially in the days before effective medication when they just kept her locked up. So another recommendation says here, let's see, Robert Torres says, rest in peace, that's very sad. That unfortunate trick is that crazy girls make your protective instincts kick in, so you often want to marry. I don't know what that's about. Let's see here. One person thinks it's a religious thing. Many take their beliefs seriously. Some think believing that a person should be stoned to death or whatever is a divine order from their master in the sky. Let's see. The lady realized she was Russian, therefore. Well, that's somebody said it's a. Okay, Den says that, oh, she watched on TV, so she got to repeat it. Mental illness here. What is this? You mean like in the United States where every mass murder can be tracked back to psychological drugs, or homeless being psychotic drugs to prevent crimes, or the same with prisoners to keep them behaving, or the nursing homes where it is given out like candy to senior citizens that came in normal but will never leave because of psychological drug given them to fill beds in the mental illness wings? Alright, so let's see another interesting article right quick. Let's see, West issues ultimatum to Serbia. 5 countries reportedly urged Belgrade to ensure that Serbs in Kosovo remove their barricades within 24 hours. Several Western countries have sent an ultimatum to Serbian President Aleksandar Vučić, demanding that Serbs in the northern part of the breakaway Kosovo end their standoff with local authorities. News website Pink.rs reported on Sunday. The outlet claims that ambassadors of the Quint group, comprising the US, the UK, France, Germany, and Italy, are calling for barricades in the region to be removed within 24 hours. If Belgrade fails to comply, the Western powers will reportedly let Albin Kurti, Kosovo's ethnic Albanian prime minister, attack local Serbs. Earlier, Kurti warned that the removal of these barricades cannot exclude casualties. Tensions between Belgrade and Pristina flared up earlier this month when Serbs, who make up the majority in the northern part of the province, put up barriers to protest against the arrest of the former police officer accused of attacking a Kosovo law enforcement patrol. After this, President asked NATO's KFOR peacekeepers for permission to deploy up to 1,000 Serbian troops and police officers in Kosovo, as it is entitled to do under UN Security Council Resolution 1244, which put an end to the NATO bombing of the former Yugoslavia in 1999. However, these plans were resisted by the US, with Gabriel Escobar, the State Department Special Envoy for the region, saying Washington had given Kosovo very firm security guarantees. On Sunday, KFOR said that shots had been fired near a NATO patrol in the northern part of Kosovo, close to the roadblocks, adding that there were no casualties, stopping short of assigning blame. However, Serbian media citing eyewitnesses claimed that the incident took place when Kosovo's special forces attempted to clear barricades near a town of Zubin Potok. With no signs of tensions abating, Milan Mojsilovic, Chief of General Staff of the Serbian Armed Forces, told local media on Sunday that the situation is complex and requires the presence of the Serbian military along the administrative line which divides Kosovo from the rest of Serbia. NATO took control of Kosovo in 1999 after bombing Serbia on behalf of ethnic Albanian separatists. The province's provisional government declared independence in 2008, which Belgrade had refused to recognize. So, further development pretty much in the Serbian-Kosovo situation. Otherwise, guys, this is usually kind of a new thing that we're trying out for Thigh Company. We don't know how long it's going to go. We typically put this on the Polytinic channel, pretty much because that's some more news-oriented, and we just want to see maybe if it makes sense for Thigh Company to go into retelling news articles. But yeah, let us know what you think below in the comments section. I would like to hear your criticism. Otherwise, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, like this video, comment down below. We're at about 170 subscribers right now, and we are trying to get to 175 or over 175 or 180 by the end of the year, which would be nice. But yeah, guys, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you all next time.